And there we are already. This was probably the fastest ready up I have ever seen, not just by teams in general, especially by C teams. Usually I'm like they're long breaks, because I also know some of them are smokers just like me. Either way, guys, it was super fast. We are back in the draft. GrandisV, I have to give it for you to you for like 2 minutes, and then I'm back. I just need to grab a new tea because they are so fast. There's just no way for me I can hold up with my voice.
Excellent. Well, I'll give you a little bit of a break while you go and refresh yourself. We're going to start things off with a Leshrac, Queen of Pain for Arcanys, and a change of pace for TNC as they pick up the Nature's Prophet and the Viper. As far as raw power level of these heroes, I think Leshrac and Queen of Pain, hands down, have it between these for the raw amount of damage that they can pump out, as we've seen in both of the previous games, is absolutely obscene and does quite a lot inside the team fights. The amount of CC and just utility from them is also quite immense. Although they do err on the squishy side, they build to shore up those weaknesses. For TNC, Viper and Nature's Prophet, just as a duo, don't really have any major synergies together. It really feels like they're just kind of buckling down their lanes and picking heroes that they're comfortable with. Viper in mid against the Queen of Pain, or the Leshrac, whatever the case may be, should be completely fine for the Viper and Nature's Prophet. I'd expect just to be a comfort hero for TNC. It's been banned out in the first couple of games by Arcanys in the second stage, and they want to get their hands on it this time around. Although, instead of picking up something like the Gyrocopter, I really do think that TNC would have been better suited to pick up those heroes, but it kind of feels like they have some room for experimentation as they are 2 games up. I'd hate to see this go a 3-0 for TNC. I have no idea when Heflamoke's going to be back. I'll just trust that he's going to yell when he is. As far as our bans are concerned, Gyro Jug banned up by Arcanys, expecting TNC to be lacking that safe lane farming role, and PL Broodmother by TNC. Viper and Nature's Prophet don't have great wave clear when it comes to a mass amount of units. Nature's Prophet does have a decent amount of push at his disposal with his trees, but yeah, his ultimate really doesn't do much against spiders and against PL Illusion. Zeus, the pickup for TNC. I'm not sure if this is going to be a support, but potentially a little bit of a global strat coming out from TNC. Nature's Prophet and Zeus already on the table.
Beep! I'm home.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, no, I had to grab a tea and everything, and I had to poke my neighbor because apparently he thinks it's fucking cool to play the music so loud that my microphone is picking it up. Anyway, now that all this is settled and my neighbor is dead, we can go and draft, right?
I think so.
Good. Anyway, so let's see what we got. You have, of course, the advantage now because you know what's already going on. This time, again, Arcanys picks the Leshrac. That's interesting. After twice TNC having it, they finally grab it as a first pick. The teams decide not to ban it. That's interesting. But the Nature's Prophet is coming through, so we have some push, and the Platsuka is coming out. That's of course bad news. Like all these low HP escapes and everything, the Platsuka is gonna have an easy time if we have similar fighting like in game number 2.
Yeah, when you drop a Zeus Ultimate push Nature's Wrath, Bloodseeker is going to be at supersonic speeds just from that. It's a great way to start the fight for Bloodseeker, and really makes him a very threatening hero. Also, the amp on Zeus and Nature's Prophet can be very scary. Even though their heroes in a vacuum aren't necessarily as powerful as like Leshrac, Queen of Pain, Shadow Demon, as a whole, I really think that TNC's lineup is just very scary, and the second stage of picks for Arcanys kind of leaves a little bit to be desired for me, at least. Legion Commander and Shadow Demon.
I'm completely shocked right now. The Legion Commander blows me off, I have to say.
Alrighty, well that O was something else, but either way, yeah, Legion Commander, just as a hero, I don't think is very good. I'll be frank, I think that just in general, although she can snowball very effectively, needs a lot of backup in order to do so, and I think this game is going to be difficult for her.
Yeah, I mean, Legion Commander is actually quite nice here, I have to say. First of all, you get a nice setup by the Shadow Demon. You can easily disrupt and cast a Soul Catcher on it, and the Legion Commander can pick up exactly at this point. You hold something in place, which means the Leshrac can go full ham on you. If you don't kill the target, the duel will just be a perfect setup for a follow-up Split Earth. That's option 1. Option B is that Queen of Pain is coming in and it's just bursting it down completely. Downside is that if you look on the other side, even on a global scale, they have a lot of burst. So let's just say you duel the Platsuka somewhere on the map, and he will eventually also go for a Blade Mayor. Maybe you end up really really low on the duel, what happens? Zeus can pop his ultimate, and since you got vision on it, even the Nature's Prophet can pop it. And that's instantly, okay, depending on the level, but like scaling starting at 300 something or 400 something if you put the Nature's Prophet ultimate on top of it, and then scaling further into it, which means they can actually control how well they balance all of this. And now we get even the Abaddon on top of all of this, which means there's a lot of Dispel going on, and even boosting those who get dueled. So for the Legion Commander, I don't know, what to duel, when to duel is absolutely crucial. I think we're going to see some damage being fed on to the enemy team here.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all with the amount of help that TNC can offer globally. Abaddon going to be the last pickup for TNC. I am not a huge fan of the Abaddon. It is going to be pretty nice utility with the extra heal, and that little bit of extra help for Bloodseeker can be the difference when he's going for those kills. If he can get a kill with the Blood Rage onto him, getting that extra burst heal can keep him alive, even against the sustained damage coming out from a Lesh. But even so, I'm a little bit torn on the Abaddon pick as a whole, but I think TNC's lineup, just in general, meshes really well if they can get levels on the Zeus. And I think that's kind of the biggest issue for them. Maybe they even consider throwing the Nature's Prophet into the woods.
Yep. The only thing I actually like about this draft is that this time, I think Arcanys has the better late game. Because we have a Leshrac that can scale. Queen of Pain, we just saw how well she can scale. We have a Troll Warlock supporting the entire thing now, also supporting the situation where you have a duel going on. Legion Commander, I don't even need to talk about scaling. Obviously, he can fill 6 items, plus a Moonshot if he's fancy to do so. And on top of that, he's gonna get all that damage unless he's feeding it to the other side. So I think TNC here has a ticking clock on this game. And we saw that Arcanys can interrupt the game plan of TNC. Last game we saw that this is happening, it can happen. So the question is now, can they stall long enough to actually get the advantage which comes by the draft?
I'm very interested to see how they end up playing this Leshrac. He's going to open up with boots first. It looks like he wants to run very heavily. Just a quick introduction of our teams. On the Dar side, it's going to be Arcanys with Heinrich playing on the Leshrac, partnered up with Arjun on the Shadow Demon Playhard, on the Queen of Pain, a Sydney on the Legion Commander, and last but not least, Troll Warlord by Gabriel Ramos or Batusai, or however you say his name that he's tagged up with now.
Batusai, yeah, Batusai. But I didn't even show them all on camera right now, just afterwards, because something interesting happened here. The TNC Nature's Prophet went directly here, TP'd here, planted the ward, so this is a potential bottle scouting pretty much, and we have to see if they get it. Introduction for the other side, Tihi. From Leshrac to Shadow Demon, Shadow Fiend. It was something with Shadow, I knew that. To Bloodseeker, that's quite some hero pool he has there. 7 is gonna be on the Zeus, Knoi on the Viper, AU supporting on that Abaddon, and of course the one we already mentioned is the Furion. But now of course we have the first go, the Shadow Strike coming out on the Zeus, but instant dispel. That's why Abaddon is so amazing. You can dispel a lot of horrible things. The slow pretty much by Heinrich, you can dispel the Soul Catcher and the stacks by Arcanian, and you can also dispel the Shadow Strike by the Queen of Pain, which means that takes all of the slows pretty much out from Arcanys, which makes it good for chase situations.
In general, I think the Queen of Pain should have a pretty nice advantage against the Bloodseeker, although trying to zone him out of lane is pretty difficult with the Blood Rage heals constantly. From CS, once you get level 6, bursting him down is quite easy. The Courier can pay out very quickly. This TP level 1 could pay out wonderfully for the Nature's Prophet. He has TP, spotted out the Courier.
Oh, is it coming? Is it coming? Look at it go. I don't look at anything else but that Courier. It's a nice little pretty Courier. The TP is coming in your face. There we go.
And he needs one attack. Can he actually get it? The answer is no. Sam is juking through the woods. He gets the Courier snipe. It stopped moving under tower. The Abaddon came in from the side, but it might be at the cost of first blood. If it is, that could be pretty bad for Sam.
I have a total lag at the moment. Like,
oh.
Whoa. Okay, guys, so you didn't see anything of that happen. The fact is, Courier goes down, nobody else goes down. That's pretty much the outcome of all of this. He pulls the creep wave to his side. But yeah, like, I had total FPS lag, or I don't know what kind of lag that was, but it was a horrible one.
Well, hopefully the terrible lag has gone away, and we'll get back into this game. Nature's Prophet going to come in and help Zeus with this pull through. It's a really risky gamble to go for the TP level 1 and go for that Career Snipe. It pays off, granted here, but it is also going to be conceding top lane to the Troll, and they can take out this tower very quickly, especially if Lash opts to go for Diabolic Edict level 2. He'll be able to TP up into this lane, but with no points in trees or really anything else, Sam needs to be so very careful.
Yep. The biggest problem about the laning is if you look at the lane advantage, I mean, the Nature's Prophet has a hard time, to be honest. If he gets caught out, that should be an easy kill for them, because they can also, with the axes, with the whirling axes, ranged ability, they can get vision into the Sprout, for example, if he wants to use that to escape. And then the Lashrak also has an easy setup for this, for example, this Split Earth that's coming out. Now he's slowed, and that is our first blood, so losing the bottle, taking revenge, getting the kill on the Nature's Prophet, which I just mentioned should be an easy thing with the setup they have, slowing the Split Earth, so easy going for them. Nice start for Arcanys right there. If you look at the bottom lane, the laning is of course not very optimal for Nay Sydney here, just because he's melee versus 2 ranged and the Abathon, so that's bad news. Even right now this is bad news. He's trying to get some movement speed, but look at the Nature's Prophet. He's trying to come in and he's healing himself up, and look at all this damage. Nature's Prophet is coming in. He doesn't have a level 1 Sprout, just the right clicks to go here, and I think he should be able to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he even has a salve, but they'll probably just go all the way back to base. The Nature's Call only making 1 treant there, not really much use at all. A lot of time wasted by TNC's supports. And even though the Legion Commander is having a poor time in lane, it's still better than her counterpart. The Nature's Prophet Sam has been roaming very heavily, he got the Career Snipe, but he's also died once and hasn't put any pressure in the top lane. The Troll, I'm actually surprised that he's not farming better.
Oh, look in the mid here. Play hard. Really trying hard, but look at Teehee. He really thought he's gonna make it, but that Split Earth is not gonna hit, and in the end he's gonna get healed, and with the right clicks right now, but the creep and the catapult helping, but he's gonna get another shield by the Abathon. The Abathon, however, is completely out of mana. Queen of Pain, there's the Shadow Strike. She doesn't have enough mana for the Scream, but with the right clicks that should be enough. There's no stick charges, no nothing. That's the second kill on Play Hard. Definitely nice, but at the same time Teehee getting that kill, finishing off that Lashrak, who was so low HP. That's the strength of the Bloodsucker. Also on the other side, bottom lane, the action just doesn't stop here. Nay Sydney being blocked by his own creeps, but the Viper just doesn't follow up. Like, this is the action we wanted to see for this final game of the series, or potentially final game.
Yeah, this match point after all for Arcanys. If they don't pull a win here, they're done in the best of 5 as a whole. Yeah, that Bloodseeker getting a heals from the creeps, the Abaddon shield being crucial in getting that kill, and Teehee just in general is posting up very aggressively on the Queen of Pain and is honestly doing better than I thought he would. He's going to drop the silence.
This time is the Viper following up here? No, he's not. Nay Sydney removing everything with the press attack, but like still, if 7 just goes for a nuke, if he's level 3 and the level 2 lightning bolt comes out, then I think Viper is gonna have so much. At the moment he's not going for corrosive skin, he's going for the full bonus of nether toxin, which is the right thing to do if you play a lane against a melee, because that way if you keep him low on HP and out of mana so he can't heal himself up, you always get like full bonus on him, and that's just amazing.
Yeah, it's very scary for the Legion Commander, just in general, but it might end up hurting him a little bit. Smoke in mid, they catch a nice wraparound onto the Bloodseeker. Up on the enemy high ground, they'll catch him out with the Splitter, the Scream, although Teehee's turning on the damage, he's gonna get that kill. Oh no, blink away by Play Hard. It was very close, a dangerous game for Play Hard, but the Bloodseeker wasn't able to secure that. But the damage, however, was very admirable.
This is, you should never ever underestimate a Bloodsucker with stacks and whatnot. Like, the damage he deals, like, the funny thing is he would have healed up by the health of the Queen of Pain there and probably turned on the supports right away. That might have been like a horrible outcome, but thanks God Play Hard had the blink and it was too close for my taste.
Yeah, it really was. I honestly thought he'd end up dying there, but well, you know, I suppose it worked out. It's a bit of a butt clencher, but Arcanys are going to get things to a 3-1 start and getting good farm on their Troll and really doing quite well in all of their lanes. Although maybe not as well in bottom. I think offlaners, it's unfair to compare them towards the safe laners in the mid. She's doing a lot better than Nature's Prophet and is well on her way towards a pretty fast level 6, even though she is laned against a Viper.
Yep, pretty much. So let's see where this one is going. I mean, we already talked about the laning and everything. In the mid there's some pressure on the tier 1 tower, but now the Queen of Pain is rotating back in with a haste rune, so that's now an interesting thing to see. But oh, the ultimate is actually coming out. She's running really far away. There's so much. She's blinking away, taking tons of damage, but a beautiful stun. Heinrich probably just saved the day here. This stun couldn't have been any more perfect, and it's not easy to hit a Bloodseeker that's that fast.
Yeah, it's really quite difficult. Things are going to settle down a little bit. Abaddon has been chilling in the mid lane for quite some time as Nature's Prophet attempts to pull off aggro in the top lane. He's going to be successful. He'll save his tower for the time being, but I think the biggest downside to Arcanys' lineup just in general is that the Shadow Demon Lesh combination hasn't been doing that much. The Lesh in the vacuum has.
I think this is the end of Nay Sydney here. I mean, he waited till the lightning bolt, and nope, this is not gonna be enough damage in the mid. Everything is also fine, but Nay Sydney, he feels the pressure now. To be honest, if the Zeus gets an additional level and the Viper as well, I don't think he can return on this lane, not without help. The next time he will pretty much get enough damage there. However, we have the Shadow Demon rotating in. They want to go on that Nature's Prophet. It should be an easy kill, unless he TPs out right now. I think this is it. They can eat their way through. There is an Observer Ward. They see it. It's nighttime, but still. Easy going. There's a disruption. Melee axes are coming right away. And yeah, the split off hit as well. Nice, easy pickup for the Troll. Increasing his farm. His already decent farm, I have to say, to even more. So his net worth right now is spiraling upwards, which is definitely good news for Arcanys. Troll fell a bit off the meta, but if he gets such a nice starter farm, then he's just as strong as I felt he was post game. But whoa, look at what Playhard just did. You saw that?
That was very slick. He knew that the Zeus was invis there and just sitting around. As soon as the scream connected, he's like, you know what, I'm going to drop ulti, and he killed himself a Zeus.
Beautiful. But bottom, look, the Nature's Prophet is actually coming in here, but is there something else coming? Heinrich is trying to do something, but he's just getting that one stun out. In the end, he can't really prevent from getting down. So they went into the bottom lane, but they paid immediately. Also, Legion Commander, you got to be careful. There's a Sprout eating instantly out with a Quelling Blade. Nice and fast reaction coming out with 7 now here, and Knoy still having a decentish 50% HP. They could have done a lot more. They want to get this tower. The cliff has been used, and oh, they wanted to deny. There's another Sprout already. Oh, what's actually happening here? Duel cannot be cast because of mana, and now they want to focus on that Shadow Demon, and in the end I think the Viper has to pay for this. That was not worth it, that trade, and they might even pay for more here. 7 is gonna get dispelled with the shield. The explosion is not gonna do much. He is going down as well, and even Io, he has to be careful. He's not level 6. It's not like you're safe, but look at the Bloodsucker. Oh, he's instantly TPing out. He knows that bad things could happen, and Queen of Pain, they're blinking. He has cooldown. He has a large cooldown on everything, and I don't think that's good that he shows, because the Bloodseeker, he is in range. But what is he doing? He's farming the creeps. They could get this Queen of Pain if you ask me.
I don't know. The silence is just not reliable enough. Playhard should be able to blink out of there 9 times out of 10. He'll end up surviving. If I'm the Legion Commander, I'm a little bit annoyed there, since she didn't have enough mana for the ultimate, not enough stick charges. And Queen of Pain did have max bottle. If they were able to bottle up Nay Sydney just a little bit, that could have been really nice to get that first stack of dual damage up for the Legion. But even without it, Legion's still doing pretty nicely for herself. Almost sitting at level 8, and does have that dual available and maxed out overwhelming odds.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm totally satisfied with the fact that the Legion Commander so far didn't die. Is in offline on level 8 at 10 minutes. That's... yeah. Oh, but look at this. 7 again found by the Queen of Pain, and with right click supported by a double damage. That's an easy thing to do. And this Queen of Pain, to be honest, is spiraling out of control, because this way it looks like he wants to go for Orchid again, which I don't support, because I think this game Playhard could have had Arcanum Scepter finished by about 15 minutes if it continues like this. That would have been one of those fast, really fast Arcanum Scepters.
But on a similar note, the extra regen's going to help her out when she's farming stacks if she ever wants to do that. And I think this game, more than the last, there's going to be opportunity to find heroes pushing out alone. You have a support Zeus that's desperately going to try to find levels, a very easy kill for an Orchid Queen of Pain, and a Nature's Prophet as well that wants to rotate around the map. I think this game, it's better than the last going for the Orchid first. Although, I know you really like the Agnum Scepter, and I do too. I think Orchid has its merits.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, last game I was kind of disappointed by the Orchid. Then again, the Orchid showed some nice actions on the single pickoffs, and then sometimes in the team fights where you sometimes forget about the Orchid being, for example, cast on a Dazzle, and that's why a Shallow Grave is not coming through. Still, I feel a bit stronger about Arcanys Scepter. Anyway, in the mid, there's a go on the Leshrac. There's the Platzseeker ultimate is coming up. He tried to stun him, but it doesn't really work. In the end, Heinrich is definitely going down with the Zeus ultimate, and oh, there is a really bad one, but look at this. This Queen of Pain is going through, but the... Wait, who won this?
Nobody. It fizzled before he died, but just barely.
Whoa.
Bloodseeker still gets that kill in a 1-for-3 trade.
Like, this was exactly the situation we were talking in the draft, that like the healing by the Abathon in the background and the burst by the Queen of Pain was just not there, or just not enough. So this was almost giving damage to the Bloodseeker, which is, to be honest, out of the entire TNC draft, the worst case scenario. Like, the last hero that could need any plus damage is the Bloodseeker. So Arcanys is so lucky that this was just a trade, pretty much, instead of like giving actually the damage away. And well, the Shadow Demon also has to be careful. If Viper rotates in from the side, well, he's not going up here. He's going the way down. But that might have been interesting.
It's still a pretty bad trade for Arcanys.
Yeah.
Granted, it could have been worse, but that's really nice for TNC. Some momentum going their way. Let's see what's going on in the map currently. A pretty big group up coming out from Arcanys is the Viper's pressuring out very far because he can. He has an Abaddon behind him with an Invis rune, 3 charges of the urn, and a bottle too for AU. The Viper really has no fear. With Mechanism completed, 3 points up in the corrosive skin, there's hardly anything that Arcanys can do. Unless they throw everything. Can they actually pull this off? This is so very precarious. Bloodseeker coming in from the sidelines. Viper Strike is not going to be blink dodge. They drop the Zeus ultimate. The Bloodseeker silence. He's running at sonic speeds. Chasing forward for play hard. Going to kill him off. It's 3 heroes to hit the deck. And while I really don't think that Arcanys should have been grouped up in mid, it looked like they wanted to go on the aggressive, but they get wiped.
Yeah, no, they thought that like they can do a lot, but the problem is also the range, for example, here of Bloodrite. Bloodrite is covering pretty much the entire area here where you can hide in the trees behind the tier 1 tower, so you have to get out of this area. This was just too much of a clutch fight that the Legion Commander can actually get something done there. Like, ultimate would definitely be a waste. Your Prestige attack is something you can maybe cast on any target that is not having the Bloodseeker ultimate, but at least the Bloodseeker ultimate is something that definitely happened. And on top of that, of course, the troll was not there. I think TNC has now a window, a time window of another 5-6 minutes where they're absolutely superior in those fights, just because their clutch abilities, tankiness of the Viper, tankiness of the Bloodseeker, as well as his ultimate plus the AoE silence, and of course the Abaddon healing through all of this. Not to mention that, look at this goddamn ability. That's what makes it so strong. 60 seconds cooldown on Rupture. That's the crazy part about all of this. So they're pretty much ready to fight top again. Queen of Pain is trying to like skip some creeps, but it's already too late. That tier 1 tower is going down either way. They have a Furion, so that's not a big problem at all.
Yeah. For how scary the team fight coming out from TNC is, it is pretty ridiculous how low their cooldowns are. Only 90 seconds on Zeus ulti, only 90 seconds right now for the ultimate of Nature's Prophet. And when you pop both of those, the Bloodseeker with the maxed out Thirst is going to be hitting so very hard. TP's down towards bottom. The tier 1 tower is dropped in return. TP's immediately out. Away from the Viper is going to keep them alive, although only just. That ultimate does hurt quite a bit. We have a Blink Dagger up for the Legion Commander,
Oh, the
although it's not
Bloodseeker!
currently... Is he really going for that?
Yeah.
That was ballsy, we'll say.
Beautiful
He's not gonna
time,
end up
but
getting that
Zeus
kill.
ultimate is on cooldown, so easy going. He actually survived that. Again, the Shadow Demon saving the day pretty much there. That's why he's so amazing with Disruption. You can actually prevent people from dying to either Furion Global, to Zeus Global, or something like this where the Bloodseeker follows you pretty much under your tier 4 towers almost, just to ulti you up and then put your Bloodrite on top of it. So this is one of the nasty things. It's like you stand on a street, there's a bus coming, and you cannot move. That's how it feels to be ruptured with like no HP and then standing on Bloodrite.
Yeah, it's really so very annoying. The duration of Rupture is pretty absurd. 12 seconds feels like an eternity. The Blink Dagger coming up from Nate Sydney is going to be shown off in the top lane. He tried his best to hide it, and in fact, tried for that kill, but just wasn't able to get in range. It didn't have enough mana to secure it. TP's over in the sidelines. They catch up. Poor Shadow Demon and Lesh. Immediate TP from Heinrich. Can they cancel that? The damage, uphill miss from the Viper means that they don't have it. And Arcanys are going to survive, but now a rupture in mid. Oh no, poor Arjun. There's no way out. He's going to end up going down.
Yep, definitely. That's an easy going for him. Not much to say, to be honest. Oh my god, Queen of Pain. And now it comes like, yes, you're invisible, but you're so low HP that the Bloodseeker sees you anyway. And look at this Bloodseeker, like, 724, 755, 77. Look at his movement speed. I mean, this is not even fun. I just have auto camera right on his target because there's just no way I can follow him under normal circumstances. It's like, the hell. This is not fun at all. Like, this is with drums on, face boots on, and of course, like, all the stacks of thirst. That's just not fun at all.
Yeah, Zeus ulti plus Nature's Prophet ultimate makes Bloodseeker a force to be reckoned with, and he's gone for the full movement speed build. He has Yasha Drum's phase, and they'll keep this momentum up. 11-9, as TNC have really swung back to this game once they got the level 6 for the Zeus, most importantly. It took a while for 7 to pull that through, but the global damage has helped them so much. And really haven't felt the impact of Troll. He has good farm, he's sitting on 137 last hits, has a full sign in Yasha as well as phase, and a couple of items here and there, but I really haven't seen him push very many towers, and he hasn't been involved in fights almost at all.
Yeah, and now the Troll is actually trying to do something with the stack, and to be honest, they should do something with the stack very much soon, because otherwise TNC is gonna take this. Like, another good fight, another more or less zoning by Tihi, and it's gonna be horrible. But instead, they ignore the stack and they go for the Roshan. I mean, that should be an easy Roshan, because with the Troll, and the Troll buffing everyone here, that should be, yeah, easy going. Press the attack, Troll ultimate, look at Roshan melting. This is without any minus armor whatsoever, this is really just stunning them. There is vision now on them with the Zeus ultimate, so we might have a big fight. There's also a double damage which they have to grab, and oh, there's the ultimate, and everybody's probably gonna get silenced. No, nobody's getting hit, and there is no interrupt whatsoever. What they need is the Zeus, but the Zeus again too late. By the way, this is something I wanted to say in the draft, Grandis. They pick a ultimate with a Bloodseeker, but only one hero who can interrupt the TP, which is kinda, well, not so smart.
No, but I think they'll want to cite the Vice up for the Nature's Prophet, but instead, it's an Orchid. I think, again, Orchid is getting maybe a little bit too much love this game. I think a Scythe Vice Rush for Sam would have maybe been better than the Orchid Malevolence. It's still going to be really nice at locking down the Queen of Pain, but the TPs away are going to be a constant nuisance. Bloodseeker should probably look to invest into probably a Basher here pretty soon, so that doesn't end up happening.
No, but it really kind of feels awkward. I mean, sure, Arcanys has to spam TP scrolls like it's Divine Rapiers, but I don't know, the Leshrac just TP'd 3 times away, the Troll TP'd twice away, the Shadow Demon once, Queen of Pain at least once or twice, now they did again the same around Roshan. Either way, there's an ultimate, and now we have a big fight with a beautiful Blood Rage.
It's going to only silence the Shadow Demon. Defensive Disrupt onto Heinrich. They turn around maybe with a little bit of damage, but Playhard's isolated, silenced up, and Bloodseeker's cleaning him down. Viper ends up getting that kill. They look for Heinrich, chasing down this poor Lesh. His only support is Tihi comes and cuts off the backlines, excuse me. Not batlines, so there's going to be buyback from the Queen of Pain, trying to save this Troll. He's man-fighting to the best of his ability. Buyback from the Lesh too, but he's going to lose his life, and they're just throwing bodies onto the chopping block that is Tihi, silencing up Heinrich, caught out inside the trees. He's going to be able to eat his way through with a little bit of help from the Legion, but that's not going to stop Tihi. He's diving tier 4s, why not? Silenced up, slowed down, but slowed down's only relative. He's still moving at damn near haste. He's going to end up going down to the soul burn damage as they drop another, as the Viper mops up yet another kill. They probably are going a little bit deep here. Blink, Scream, they'll try to chase forward for the Viper with some heal support coming out from AU. He's going to end up living. Troll with no Quelling Blade can't eat through those trees, but they Blink, Scream, trying to chase forward for the Abaddon. Abaddon going to shield himself again. Now they turn around. The Viper Strike on to play hard. He already uses his Blink. He does have another one. However, the Zeus ultimate comes through. Will the Viper Strike damage be enough? It will. And that's going to be yet another kill for TNC's side. Arcanys lose pretty much everything with a buyback coming out from both the Lesh and the Queen of Pain and dying again.
This was a disaster of crazy magnitude, I have to say. This was just horrible. Horrible to watch, horrible to put the camera on, because it was I don't know, this was against humanity. I think that the UN should ban this. This was a complete massacre. And wait, I actually have to look how many buybacks did they spend. That was a Lashrak, a Queen of Pain, and a Troll buyback. So 3 buybacks just to fight around the tier 2 tower, and half of them actually died again after the buyback. He's trying to clear that stack before TNC pretty much got it, but the damage is done. I don't even want to show the graphs. Like, this is just ridiculous. This is just the first wave of graph being updated. Nobody of TNC died. That's like an easy swing, and oh god, the net worth graph. That's a disaster for Arcanys.
It helps a little bit that they kill off the Bloodseeker. That's nice and all, but Arcanys just kind of went in one by one by one. They kept on buying back and kept on going in.
Oh,
and
the troll.
really to point.
Look at this. If Teehee just makes a move to the left, it's nighttime, so limited vision, but this is just not where you want to be.
He'll end up getting away with it. Teehee doesn't expect the troll to be there farming ancients, so it works out for Arcanys to get a little bit of extra golden flux for the troll, but it doesn't make up for the fact that they just lost a terrible fight, and they're going to lose another tier 2 as well in bottom lane. I don't expect them to try to take this engagement. It really just feels like the Legion Commander hasn't done anything. 0, 2, and 3, no dual damage up for Nace Sydney, and really the momentum is not in Arcanys' side pocket. Legion Commander, even though she does combo pretty nicely with Troll and Queen of Pain, just hasn't found any openings, even on the support Zeus, who, by the looks of things, is rushing Refresher.
I don't know, I mean, at this point it doesn't really matter what the Zeus got, because like alone the Viper in a tanking position plus an Aegis Prophet, so much damage here. Heinrich being slowed up, and look at this Bloodsucker, he's just so fast. Like he's following him under the fountain, and he's gonna get the kill. He's just gonna get the kill. He's just next level fast, and with that being said, Queen of Pain is the last and only survivor, and that means at least 1 Rax. And look at the respawn timers. That's at least 2 Rax at 22 minutes, and that all being said, wow. GG, well played, Bloodsucker. I have no other words for this.
TNC built such a nice draft around that Bloodseeker. There was absolutely nothing they could do to stop him. Who cares if you could cancel TPs? You could just kill them all. That sounds pretty good too.
Yep.
That one fight up towards top was pretty much backbreaking. When you buy back on 3 and die back on 2, it just never works out for you.
To be honest, I think Arcanys completely underestimates how early TNC starts to push together. I mean, every time 10 minutes pass, and they start to group up as 4 at least, with like sometimes a core farm in here and there, but latest at 15 minutes TNC is 1 group, regardless of the draft, if it's push heavy or not, it doesn't really matter, they just go for it. And you know, personally I thought in the draft, hey, Legion Commander, yeah, that could actually work, but the truth is we had one ultimate cast, 1 duel, and that almost was given to the Bloodseeker as damage, so they were lucky that this one actually didn't pan out. And besides that, did you see a second ultimate? I didn't see one. So, I don't know. It was the Legion Commander, yeah, was just a useless pick after all. Anyway, guys, so the result, the bottom line of all this is Arcanys lost 3-0 in a best of 5. We're gonna have another game of MPGL in, I don't know, a week or so. There's quite a huge time in between. But of course, guys, there will always be other content by HeflaTV, sometimes even under a different name. You're gonna see Michael Lors and GrandisV, Culture, Danily, etc. You're gonna see them on Game Show, for example, and other tournaments that are up and coming right now. I want to thank you for watching and listening, of course. My name is Heflamoke. I was casting with the amazing GrandisV from Mauritania. And any last words, Grandis?
Absolutely not. Well played to TNC, completely shutting out Arcanys in our first Class S series.
Okay, that being said, it's at TNC, you proceed in this tournament, and we're gonna come back soon, guys, so see ya around.